183センチ、81キロ。Rodrigo Gracie!
Weighing in at 178 pounds. His record is 3-0. Off to a perfect start in his career.
Takase! Daiju!
As when mentioned, we've already given you his record, but Takase weighs in at 181 pounds. So he has a 3-pound weight advantage over his opponent. And again, Gracie will attempt to even the best of 5 series at 2-2. Takase is more of a grappler, which Rodrigo thinks should play into the Gracie's strategy. And by the way, boss, Rodrigo, in our interview segment prior to this event, came up with the quote of all the interviews we did in alluding to the Royce Yoshida controversy. As Takase immediately comes out with a strike, he said, the Gracies think the Japanese desperately need a hero to replace Sakuraba. And that was alluding to the Yoshida-Royce match at Shockwave. So there's a quote for you.
Yes, and on the pants of Takase, we see that he says that he's such a big fan of Sakuraba. That's what it says on the back of his pants. Ooh, nice right there by Rodrigo.
And a slam takedown into the full guard of Takase. Again, as we mentioned, Rodrigo Gracie, 3-0. He is comfortable in the stand-up, is Rodrigo. Constantly evolving, of course. We all know about the Gracie's pedigree on the ground. The Gracies have spent more time on the canvas than Picasso, Rembrandt, and Van Gogh. So they literally grew up on the canvas. Did the Gracies there, Boss Rutan?
That's a good one, man. That's a good one right there.
Now posturing is Rodrigo Gracie back up to his feet. Nice! Right there. Now he's on his feet.
Takase looking for submission.
It looks like the referee's going to bring them both back up to their feet. Again, this will be one 10-minute round and one 5-minute round. Special Bushido rules. They'll touch gloves. Again, Bushido going to showcase the next generation.
Oh, nice right there.
Oh, there we almost could have seen a armbar attempt as it landed awkwardly. Of course, Takase coming off perhaps one of his biggest wins ever with a tremendous triangle choke victory over Anderson Silva at Pride 26. Bad to the bone.
Bad. Who is going to get the takedown? Look how relaxed Takase is.
Rodrigo has the underhook. Maybe looking for that heel trip here.
No, but so has Takase.
Takase as well, you're right, they're at a stalemate here. Yeah, you're trying there was Takase.
Takase is nodding no. It means no, that knee didn't hurt me.
And Rodrigo responds in kind. And Royce, nice down by Rodrigo. Whoa, almost into a, what was this? Looks like an attempt, but a triangle.
It looked like a triangle attempt, yeah, but Rodrigo was very, very good. He's not going to fall for that. Not from this position, I don't think so.
3 minutes have elapsed here in round number 1.
But he has a very high guard, Takase, and that means that he's looking for submissions high up, so or triangle or armbar. Look at this.
Rodrigo looking to pass the guard. Takase keeping him in tight. Oh, nice left hook there to the face.
Going to try to lock up Takase's right hand here and pull it underneath his body so he has no defense on the right side of his head, and then he can start unloading with the left hand to the right side of Takase's head. Okay, he lost it there, but it was a good attempt.
Takase looks to be busy. Looking for his own submission attempt. Looking again at possible triangle, but like you say, Rodrigo Gracie too wily for that.
Yeah, he's just stopping now. He's stopping Rodrigo from creating distance so he cannot strike with power. That's what he's doing. He's holding his own foot, you see? If Rodrigo would strike now, there will be no power in his shots. So it's a very smart way of controlling somebody who's on top of you. You see, now he creates space, and that's where, you see?
Yep, he was doing a good job there for a while at neutralizing Rodrigo Gracie, but once you create that hip separation, Gracie is able to land those scoring blows. Referee calls for the stop. They'll do the restart. Royce Gracie looking on. Man, mixed martial arts legend, definite Hall of Famer. Now into the full guard. Again, you can see him there. Takase wanting that high guard again if he can. It's an open guard though. Look at Rodrigo looking to, he could pass it here.
I know, but Takase is doing a real good job in not letting him pass it. Nice right hook there to the head again. Left hook, sorry. You see, he's very good.
Halfway through round one. And Rodrigo, there's now some separation here, boss. Could he maybe try to grab the right? Well, you're right. Takase's doing a really good job of neutralizing him. Although, look, as he creates separation here.
That's it, and you need to play dance, and the all punches hurt.
Content to rain down the blows is Gracie.
And he loves that high guard.
Boston reading a lot of interviews and reports leading up to this event and just studying mixed martial arts over the years. Lately, there have been a lot of pundits who feel that there may be an over-reliance by many practitioners of jiu-jitsu on submission from the guard. Do you agree with that?
It's very difficult. Nowadays, everybody is so well versed. It's difficult. You need real good setups to finish somebody with a submission from the guard.
So do you feel that maybe there should be more of an attempt from the guard to go for the sweep? Should that be your main strategy when in Takase's position right now?
Oh yeah, for sure. But you know, it's we're sitting here and they are there in the ring, and I'm telling you, they're both so close together, technical-wise, that if one makes a mistake, he's going to pass the guard and he's going to go to the side mount. And that is something that you don't want to have.
Of course.
But you're right, you know, but it's the level is so close together.
Well, with all the amount of cross-training, the amount of evolution we've seen in the last few years in mixed martial arts, it's becoming much, much closer, the different disciplines that we've seen. And here now, the devastating right hand comes crashing down on the face of Daiju Takase.
Takase was waving his hand up and he said, no, it didn't hurt.
Yeah, and that's when you know
that it hurts.
How much further do you think the sport of mixed martial arts can evolve, boss?
I don't know. You know, every time that you think you're at the
final frontier,
yes, the people get better and better. So I think in about 5 years we're going to see people that are going to be unbelievable.
Faltam 2,5, Rodrigo. Daqui a minuto eu vou mandar aqui levantado passar essa guarda aí.
Rodrigo still posturing now. There's a
sweep. Going again for
looking
that
for
high
that triangle. It looks like again.
Yeah, you
possibly,
know, he's just
but
holding.
Yeah, just holding him there, isn't he?
Yep. If Rodrigo will make a mistake by hitting with the left hand.
Vicious right hand being dropped by Rodrigo Gracie, showing some striking power.
Yeah, that's what happens if you let somebody create distance. Armbar coming. Whoa.
You know, we talk about there being no experience like experiencing Pride Fighting Championship and Bushido live. This is the debut event here in front of a sold-out Saitama Super Arena in Japan. And you know what? Back in the good old US of A, Pride will be coming to Las Vegas, Nevada in early 2004. Do not miss it. For more information, log on to pridefc.com. Pride Fighting Championship the #1 mixed martial arts organization in the world, finally coming to North America, Las Vegas, Nevada, the venue, in early 2004.
You know, and what a good thing is about Pride is that they have this beautiful video game in which you can do all those moves that you're seeing right now.
And we're into the final minute of round #1. It's been a ground battle between Daiju Takase and Rodrigo Gracie. Takase working from the guard, Rodrigo Gracie doing a good job in trying to create separation, raining down the occasional barrage of blows. And I would venture to say that Rodrigo Gracie has done enough to maybe pull up this round.
I think so too. But again, you know, they score about a whole...
Exactly, the whole fight, you're right. It's not a must system like many in North America are used to. In Pride, it's judged over the course of the entire fight, and it's not how you start, but how you finish. And Rodrigo Gracie is finishing this round, attempting a flurry of blows, but Daiju Takase attempting to keep him in his guard. It's almost like a spider trying to keep that fly in his web. And that's the end of the round, Boss Rutan.
Wow, yeah, like you said, I think Rodrigo took this fight. Takase has got to pull something out of his head. But as you can see, he's not wearing one, so...
Let's go to the replay, boss.
Yes. You see Takase here tries to sway, put the hands, right foot on the hip. He's trying to do something. He's trying to get Rodrigo off. But then every time then when Rodrigo wants to pass his guard or his butterfly guard or the foot on the hip, he goes back to the full guard. And he's got a real high guard, which is very difficult to escape. There we saw him waving with the hand. It didn't hurt, but like you said, when somebody's nodding no, it doesn't hurt. Most of the time it means it does hurt.
Rodrigo Gracie, Daiju Takase felt was the strongest of the 5 Gracies participating in this best-of-5 series. And Daiju Takase, you know, we talk about his sub-500 record at 5-7-1. Really, when you take a look at the fighters he's fought in his career, this guy, he always takes on the best of the best. And really, he during the interview, he made us chuckle. He said to us, for once he'd like to take on someone not so strong, but this guy's a game competitor. He's a true warrior. This is the way of the warrior, Bushido, and he is in there against a tough competitor in Rodrigo Gracie.
Now, let's see what round number 2 is going to bring us.
Bell goes, touch gloves. Final round is underway. Takase said he did a lot of striking and boxing and training, but they go to underhooks in the clinch right away. Rodrigo now goes upstairs. Now the takedown into a half guard.
Now this is a better position now for Rodrigo. He's going to try to slip it. You see he's already going. He's bleeding. There's a cut.
I think it was that right hook at the beginning of the round that busted up Takase. And if we can see a replay,
it's on the top and on actually the center of his nose.
I think it was that right hook at the beginning of the round that did the damage, but perhaps the replay will show us if we get a chance to see it later. And again, it's on the nose, not a dangerous part of the face, and this fight will continue. Inside low kick by Gracie.
Nice
Sloppy shot, nice draw by Gracie.
Knee to the head. Ooh, and you can hear it.
2 of them.
Look at this.
There's a guillotine.
And Rodrigo finished somebody off like this before. Oh, he pulls it out.
Takase is able to pop his head out. The blood continues to flow.
Yeah, I beat
Not
the
in
heart
a
rate.
dangerous area, though.
No, it's the heart rate. It's up. It's a little cut. Doesn't mean anything, but you know it could be annoying especially for your opponent when it drips inside your mouth or your eyes.
And I believe for the first time in this fight, it's Gracie, or one of the few times during this bout, it's Gracie from the guard. And now Takase gets an opportunity to create some separation and rain down some shots of his own.
And he's got to do something here.
And you hear the referee shout instructions, no holding. He'll bring them back up. And we've seen in past bouts that they're quick to give out yellow cards to both fighters.
Yeah, Takase really should throw everything out he has right now.
Into the final 3 minutes of this bout. Again, it's Team Japan 2, Team Gracie 1. Rodrigo Gracie attempting to even this best-of-5 series in 2 apiece. Takase looking to win the series for Team Japan.
Yeah, but this way he's not going to win it. He's got to do something really strong.
Captain Yoshida shouting out instructions in the corner. Posturing now is Takase. Trying to pass the guard now, just exchanging blows. None of them really doing much damage.
Yeah, I think the referee should put him back on the feet right now.
And you know, it's interesting that while Takase has the opportunity to make it a victory for Japan, they're going to bring them back up to their feet. Yellow card being given.
Yep. And
we talked about that.
And you know, the safety, we see Takase bleeding, but thank God they have HIV testing, all the testing here in Japan. Everything is perfectly safe, and the doctors, they check any injury, so nothing is going on for the people at home. Ooh, what
nice
I see there.
They do everything first rate here in Japan. Like I say, this is my first trip to the land of the rising sun. My debut here with Pride Fighting Championship Bushido. I've never been a part of anything like this organization, and I'm not just being paid to say that, Boss Rudin.
Yep, hey, and I told you many times before.
And you know, talking, give, oh, and another knee! What a knee!
And a bloody right hand!
By Rodrigo Gracie, I've never seen that before.
And he followed up with a right hand and another knee. He's going for it now.
And I was mentioning prior to the dissemination of the yellow cards that Takase having the opportunity to win it for Japan, he was the one Japanese fighter who said he was focused only on giving a good show to the fans. He didn't really feel that he was representing Japan, which did not sit very well with some people here in this country.
No, of course not. Look at this, they're fighting it out now. It's like 30 seconds left. Who's got the strongest heart? That's what it comes.
Exactly. Both possess the fighting spirit, but you're right. Who possesses the biggest heart? They're letting it all out now. They're pulling out all the stops. Rodrigo Gracie and Daiju Takase keeping on their feet. And Gracie, I can't believe the Gracies willing to engage in this stand-up battle. They said they were going to.
He's doing a perfect job. He should throw a knee now.
We're seeing history on many different fronts here in Bushido. And there's the end. We're going to the judges' scorecards once again.
Yep, in my book, I think at the end of the fight also, round number 1 was Rodrigo, and the finish for sure. And round number 2 also Rodrigo, and especially with the yellow card.
Let's revisit some of the action, Mr. Rutu.
Nice knee and that right hook.
A beautiful combination. Sublime.
And he comes again with a knee, bang.
Good display action, very good exchange there.
Oh, that one rocked.
That's a Gracie you're watching doing that, boss.
Yes, they told us they were working on striking. You're gonna see knees, punches, everything. That's what Hanzo told me. And he is exactly right.
A complete MMA clinic there put on
判定の結果をお伝えし
Well,
ま
let's
す。
go to the decisions here. Put on by
ジャッジ小
Gracie.
林、ホドリゴ。ジャッジ三宅、ホドリゴ。ジャッジトレバー、ホドリゴ。
It's unanimous. Rodrigo Gracie has tied this best of 5 series between Team Japan and Team Gracie at 2-2 boss. It's almost the way it's supposed to be here at the debut of Bushido. We are going down to the very last bout. Winner take all. Team Japan versus Team Gracie. The final bout will decide who wins this exciting series.
And you remember when we walked down that aisle? I don't want to call it aisle, but when we walked down in the opening of the show, I said, I wish that it's going to be a 2-3 or a 3-2, and I got my wish.
The fans, I think, are also getting their wish. They definitely have gotten their money's worth here so far at Pride Bushido. The way of the warrior. The Warriors have displayed nothing but their fighting spirit, their hearts, and their superlative skills.